I was never good at high reps or endurance training. I think my previous personal best in pull-ups was something like 16. So it's not very good for someone who's been training for almost 6 years now. I was never good at it because I never pursued seriously any specific endurance goal, like for example 20 pull-ups. I was always passionate about strength skills, and in my mind I would have to sacrifice my one-arm pull-up training for high reps pull-ups, so I never did that. For the longest time I was doing only pure strength training, and that means number of reps below 5, most commonly 3. I thought this approach is going to allow me to get all the skills I wanted as soon as possible, but to be honest, at the end it didn't work out very well. Now I know that you cannot just treat human body as a character from an RPG game where you just invest all your skill points into strength, thinking that this is what's gonna make you the strongest guy. Muscular endurance is also very important because it has a lot of synergies with strength, and since I started paying more attention to high reps training, I started seeing my strength go up as well. Okay, so let's get to the main topic of this video, in which I wanted to share the results of my training for the past month, which aimed at increasing my maximum pull-ups. The method I was using worked pretty great because I was able to increase my maximum pull-ups by over 50%. It was the first time ever that I was able to do 20 or more than 20. Let me get back home where I'm gonna show you the details of what I was doing. Alright, I'm back home so I can show the specifics of the method that I used. It is loosely based on the greasing the groove method, but I adjusted everything to my liking. This is the table I used to track my pull-ups. On the first day I started by measuring my max, which was 14 then. I know that some of you may not like my pull-ups because I don't relax my scapulas after each rep, but it doesn't matter. I kept the reps consistent throughout the month, so it's more about assessing the method, not doing perfect pull-ups. I extended the elbows at the bottom and put my chin over the bar in each rep, so the range of motion is pretty much full. I kept doing sets of 6 pull-ups for the next couple of days, trying to spread them evenly during the day. I started with 6 because I wanted to begin with a little less than 50% of my max. You never want to do 2 sets with less than 15 minutes of rest in between. On some days I spent more time at home, so I was able to do more sets, just like on the second day here, where I did 14 of them, adding up to 84 reps. I didn't want to force myself to do some fixed number like 100, because I think this method works the best if you keep your muscles on the verge of being overtrained. You're supposed to do only sets if you feel fresh and not tired, so you don't get any soreness the next day. On the 5th day, I felt like 6 reps are much more easy than in the beginning, so I switched to 7 reps. Then I did the same on the 12th day, but after 3 days I realized it's a little bit too demanding, so I went back to 7. You really need to monitor how you feel after doing a set, as the rule is you shouldn't have a hard time doing the last rep. If you can barely do it, you're pushing the number too fast. I made it all the way to 10 reps on the last day. My daily average for pull-ups was 73, and this is not counting the rest days. In total, I did 2049 pull-ups during that month. Now, as for the rest days, you should take one if you notice that your performance is significantly worse than the previous day. You can see that I took 2 days of rest on 18th and 28th day. Maybe I could do another one somewhere around day 10, but I didn't feel the need for it. After that month, I took another day off and measured my max on the next one. I was able to do 22 reps, which was really good result for me. As I told you before, I was never able to do 20, and it only took a month of strict discipline to get there. During this month, I didn't do any other pull exercises apart from pull-ups. I did push sessions, ab and leg training as usual. I think this method is really good if you have to pass a test for military or something similar, where you need to do an X number of pull-ups, because you can get there relatively quickly without the need of pushing yourself to the limit. I never did more than 50% of my max in one set, so it was quite easy psychologically. Hope you enjoyed the video, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.